All right. Hello, hello. Let everybody trickle in here. I was supporting a friend on her premiere. I was supporting Alicia from Country Mama. And then I had to make some coffee, but of course it's getting into the evening now, so decaf. And now I'm here with you guys. So wait for some people to trickle in. If you're here, let me know who's here. I also have my phone because last time I had people come on with me, the sound got delayed. And so it ended up being quite a thing. So there is a really strange sound outside, too. The tree company was busy taking trees away from the power line, so I don't know if they're still working at it or whatever. Hey, Michael and Bobby. Good to see you. I'm going to put the link up if anyone wants to join me up here. I know there's some people coming. We'll just give everyone a minute. Kelly's here. Alicia's here. All right, I'm putting up the link if anyone wants to join me. And we should have some people trickling in as we go on. How's everybody's week? It's Monday. Hopefully everybody had a good Monday. It is Monday, right? Yeah. I never know what the day is. I never know what the day is working at home and away from home, and it all runs together for me. So I hope everybody's Monday went well. People are trickling in. We have Trinity. We have Two Old Crows Homestead. Hey guys. Frugal Farmer Channel. Hello. Oh, thank you. Yeah, hit that like button. I would appreciate you. Thor's here. Thorhaven Farm. My Canadian friends in the East. Welcome, welcome. Got a lot of good people in here. If you want to join me, I put the link up. I'll put it up again here. And it's always fun to chat, several of us. So we got Ricky in the house. We're not going to get any problems with double sound here tonight, feedback. So you guys saw my last video of the duck. I wanted to talk a little bit about that because the video did not fully capture at all what a fiasco that was, you guys. Oh my goodness. So the boys and I were at home and I hear this huge commotion outside, but our birds can be quite noisy in the best of times. So but it sounded different, right? It sounded kind of chaotic. So we all go flying outside, and there's these, hey Lisa, lazy days ahead. We go flying outside, and there's these two dogs, and I have chickens in my garage because the garage door had been open, and there's this husky and this little, I don't know what he was, if it was like a pit bull puppy, juvenile. I don't know exactly what the breed was. And they actually were really sweet dogs. They were very nice, they looked like, and no collars. Don't know where they came from because hey Anne, how's it going? We live out in the middle of nowhere, you guys, like nowhere. We do live off of a logging road, and people do come up here to go ATVing and quadding and skidooing in the winter, obviously, but like there's just nobody's up here. So where do these dogs come from? We do have neighbors on this road, but I know they're dogs. So anyhow, so these dogs are there. So I have all the kids like try to help me shoo them away. They don't want to be shooed. And I'm trying to figure out, like, A, are they nice enough that I can safely, bring them in my garage or something, except my chickens are in the garage. So I'm trying to figure out, A, are these dogs friendly enough for me to be with? 2, what am I going to do with them? Because there's no way for me to find their owner. Should I like shoo them down the road? I'm like trying to figure out what I should do. So finally I'm like, okay, well, first step, hold on just a second. My husband's in town texting me. Oh, no, it can wait. Hi, Anita. Flower Folk Farm is here. Good to see you. So first of all, I'm like, well, I got to make sure that the dogs are going to at least be away from the chickens. So I had the boys helping me, trying to at least get them to an area of the yard that no chickens had scattered to. And there were chickens and ducks everywhere. They were up in the upper cow pasture. They were down across the ravine that's beside our house. They were in my backyard. They were in the garage. They were under the trailer. They were everywhere. So finally I get these two dogs and they're actually quite nice. Like they're actually really cute, seemingly well behaved, definitely somebody's dogs. Now what am I going to do with them? I have nowhere to put them. I can't get the chickens back into my coop. I'm afraid that they're going to go after them again. So anyway, to make a long story short, they started walking up toward my where the cows are in their upper cow pasture. I'm like, all right, well, this is good because the road is up there. Maybe their owners were on ATVs, they jumped out, and maybe they're looking for them. So that's fine. We'll push them up toward the road, and I'll just stay with them though, because I want them to be safe. And hey, Davis Family Life. Hey, Mejia's Family Farm, Sanctuary Farm. I'm going to take a sip. Sorry, I got thirsty talking all like mad here. So we go up into the road, the main logging road there, and there's no one around. And I say to the kids, okay, there's chickens everywhere. We need to try to gather and take like inventory, for lack of a better word, of who might be injured or gone or whatever, right? But I can't leave these dogs because they're just going to come back and attack my chickens again, or I don't even know if I have attacked injured chickens. Like, I don't know what I'm dealing with, right? So I'm up on the road now, like a mile from the house. My kids are at the house trying to finagle these chickens. You like the mug? Trinity likes my mug. It was a Starbucks mug from back in the day. Like way back in the day, like 2006 kind of thing. And I got a whole bunch of them. I just love them. And they're big too. So they fit a lot of drink in them. So finally I'm up on the road. Nobody's coming. I can't see anything. I can't hear any cars. I can't hear any ATVs or anything like that. Why do you love me, Kelly? Because I'm spazzy? Oh, dear. Where was I? Oh, so then the dogs took off down the road. So that was kind of that. And I went back to the house, and now I have this job of collecting my chickens because I don't know, and ducks. Don't forget the ducks. Because I don't know if the dogs are going to be back, right? Like, yes, they didn't take off running. Like, they kind of sauntered down the road. So they could be back at any minute, right? Well, I get so yeah. Cause I'm very high energy. So I come back and we were able to kind of mostly find out where these birds were. But of course, anybody who has birds knows that, you know, it's like in the middle of the day, it's like 1 p.m. They're not just going to go into their coop. So by the time I took inventory later that evening, I was missing a duck, so missing Puddles, the one that you saw in the video. And then I had a rooster who my oldest son, Jacob, found like way in another area of the property with like all his tail feathers gone. It was so sad. And a little cut or abrasion on his leg. It didn't look like a bite. It almost looked more like he went through fencing and maybe cut it. But jazz hands. So now I have like a mildly, and he's limping, right? So I have a mildly injured chicken and a missing duck. Pretty good considering. So I close everybody up and I go looking for this duck, Puddles. And we're looking, and our house is here. And then there's like we call it the gully. It was an old creek bed that, for those of you that have seen my spring video, the spring used to flow down there until we captured it into piping. So there's the house and then this ravine. So we were looking all over. I had the kids looking with me. We couldn't find this duck. So, but we find my middle son, Jameson, he says, Mom, there's a ton of feathers down here. Come look. So I go running down there and it's all Lollipop, the rooster's feathers, just a huge plume of these white feathers. And it's actually a miracle that he was alive with all the feathers that were there in the gully. You would have thought that there was some huge massacre, but and all my other birds were accounted for, and he's the only one that, like, he has white feathers, and he was the one that was attacked. So that made sense. No sign of puddles. Okay. And the cows are not in their lower pasture. For those of you that know, have watched our videos, like down by the red barn and down where we're building where we did the cement pad, that's where the cows are in the winter, and that's where like their home base is. The hay's down there, and but we kick them out every once in a while so the grass can grow up and they can come back and eat. So they've been up in their upper pasture for the last, I don't know, week or 10 days. I haven't had to go down to the red barn. Because I go a different way to get, I have hay up at the house and up in the upper pasture for them. So I haven't had to go down there. And so it so happened that I ran out of hay. So I'm going to go down. I take the Rhino, our side-by-side, down to the red barn. I'm going to put a couple bales of hay in the back and bring it up back to the house. So then this is when I come down and I see the duck. The duck is down there. And there's no reason why the duck should have been down there. Like, that's a far way away from the house. It's really a long distance away. And so there she was. You guys saw it on the video. For those of you who have seen the video. If you haven't, it's just the one before this live called "Oh No, What Happened to Our Duck?" So you can check it out after if you haven't seen it. But I think most of you have. I think so. But so we could drive down there. She didn't know how to get back up. She was very discombobulated. Didn't know because she's never been down there before. It's completely foreign. So she'd have no familiar smells, no familiar scenery or anything. So how are we going to get this duck back up? She's very skittish. She won't let you pick her up. She flies away. Wasn't it so fun to see her reunited? It was just so cute. If you guys want to join me, here's the link. If you want to come live with me, I'd love to have you up here. So hit the link and I'll let you in. But how am I going to get this duck up now? So won't let her pick her up. And then Jacob's like, well, because we have like a raccoon or skunk trap, like a live trap, because we get critters up here that get in places that they shouldn't be, and so we have a live trap where we can humanely release them further up. And I'm like, I'm not trapping the duck. Like, A, the duck won't let me trap it, and B, I don't know, it just I didn't like the thought of trapping my duck. Pause. I know I'm like an auctioneer. I'm going a mile a minute. Reunited and it feels so good. Yeah, it was so fun to see them. So historically, if I want to get the ducks in the coop for the night or whatever like that, we kind of herd them in. They put themselves to bed usually, but if they're in a place where they shouldn't be or we're wanting to put them in because we know that there's a predator out, we'll herd them in. The kids and I'll kind of go on all sides and behind. So I'm like, all right, let's give this a try. So then she would go through where you guys could see on the video there. She'd go through the gate, and then you kind of take this turn, and then you go up that gully that goes all the way to our house. But it's quite a lengthy gully. This old creek bed. So we would get to this certain part, and I can't remember who it was of you guys. Was it you, Anita? I think it might have been Anita said, I wonder if that's where she was attacked and she kept flying off. And that could be, that very well could be. I think because when you go up the gully, it starts to look dark because there's no open sky. It's all trees. And she didn't want to go. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, Lisa, go check it out because now you know the backstory. So it'll actually kind of make it more fun to watch the video now. But I don't think she wanted to go up that gully because she, it kind of looks dark, unfamiliar. There's no way out, right? And so she would get up there and then she would fly because there's all this beautiful blue open sky over here. And I think that she felt then not trapped, right? So we'd get her up to this place, she'd fly off. We'd get her up and she'd fly off. And we did this for like 2 hours plus, you guys, before, like, when we were taking this video. And obviously I'm not going to show 2 hours of chasing a duck, and I have to get her up because she has no food, no water. I mean, I could have brought food and water down there, but I have to get her up to the flock. She can't just live down there for the rest of her life solo. And we have all sorts of things around, wolves, coyotes, cougars. Like, it wasn't a good place for her to stay. So trying to figure out how to do it. And then on the video, you see finally and before, when she would fly away, she'd fly like up and over. You saw our stock trailer there, and over the fence and out back into the road where we had originally found her. You know, at the beginning of the video, when I come down the driveway and you see her, she'd fly out there. And so this was the first time in that clip in the video where she flew up on the rail of the fence. And then I'm like, okay, so I like go slowly, and then I'd like stop so that hopefully she would be like, okay, she's not coming for me. I'm still comfortable. I'm just going to stay on this rail. So then I get like a foot or two from the rail, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, I thought I heard my cow mooing all strangely. It might have been, but she's stopped. No, that's something else. Chainsaw or something. Okay, see you soon. Closing up the garage and the greenhouse, but he'll be back. Where was I? Oh, so I'm like, well, I want to try to be able to catch her, but is that risky? Should I go into that and try to shoo her off the fence line? I don't know. So I went for it. Obviously, I went to grab her and I got her, and then the rest is history. You saw in the video that I then got her, and I was able to take her up to the house. Oh, what a fiasco. So it took, I don't even know, it took however many hours. And bye, Kelly. See you later. Thanks for joining for a little bit. Finally got the duck back. And then, yeah, just such a cute reunion. So I was holding her, driving up from the bottom part of the property, driving in the side-by-side. And when we got up to our gate, she knew she was home and she could see everybody. And of course, she would know the smells and the sights and everything like that. So I put the rhino in park, and I actually I wanted to get film of me putting her down and like watching her walk and stuff like that. And I obviously did get some footage of that, but she flew out of my hands, you guys. She was like so excited. She was starting to flap her wings, and she flew out, and I like grabbed my phone because I'm not ready. And then I filmed them reuniting. Oh, it was just so cute. So you guys saw, obviously in real time, everybody coming to meet her. But what you didn't see is that for 30 or 40 minutes after that, hey, Marshall, how are you? I'm just telling everybody the backstory of and a little bit more in detail about the duck fiasco when the duck went missing and getting her back up to the house. It was quite a thing. So I've just been sharing that story. So what you guys didn't see, though, after she was reunited is that it took about 30 or 45 minutes for everybody to calm down. You know how they were like, whack, 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 in the video. And I said, oh, that's so cute. What a nice homecoming. They kept on quacking, and like the roosters were crowing and stuff for a whole 45 minutes. It was so cute. And then you saw that she had a little injury there, and it was fresh blood, and the dogs had come 2 or 3 days before. So I don't think that was actually from the dogs. I think that she had gone through some fencing when she was trying to get away and cut herself. But it's healing up nicely. She's doing great. She's back with the flock, and Yeah, I know, right, Ricky? Never a dull moment, never a dull moment. So, and they've just been inseparable ever since. The ducks always do stick together anyways, but they've really been very close. The three Indian runner, yeah, like the prodigal son. That's exactly right. Anita says the prodigal son. That's exactly the three ducks that we got earlier in the year. The three Indian runner. Oh, what's their mix? Appleyard. They're Appleyard Indian runner ducks. They always kind of are on their own a little bit within the greater duck group, but now they're just all amalgamated. They're just Puddles brought everyone together, you guys. So, oh, what a thing. Hey, Silver Prepping Grandma, good to see you. Stopping in for a minute. Excellent. So happy to have you, if just for a minute. I was just sharing the story of our duck and that day that everyone was attacked. So, anyhow, what a thing. What a thing. I'm going to put up the link. Yes, a happy family. Would love for anyone to join me if you want to. Put up the link here and we can chat in real time. Here we go. Hey, Rambling with the Brums. How are you guys tonight? Good to see you. There's a link if anyone wants to join me. I'll let you in. We can chat. So that was an unfortunate day for our flock, of course. And then we had another, and we never had any losses actually from that dog attack. So everyone ended up being okay, but we did suffer a unfortunate loss to our flock a couple weeks ago. I don't know if I should share this. It's a little bit, it's a little bit unfortunate. He's back. Is the greenhouse and garage all shut up safely for the night? It's dark where you are, huh? It's like, what, 9:30? All right. Cheers. Yeah, I'm so glad they were all okay, too. So, oh, Ricky's here. Now, I'm just going to, hold on, Ricky, before I add you. I'm just going to go to my phone now so that I don't lose, so that we don't have delay. So just give me 1 second here, and I'm going to turn my computer volume off and go off my phone. Give me 1 second. Sorry, guys. I just have learned from last time, because I had a horrible fiasco last time. Okay, almost there. So sorry, guys. I'm just going to let Ricky in. Okay, almost there. So sorry, guys. Oh, dear. I'm just going to let Ricky in. I got to mute myself. How do I mute myself on my phone? That's a good question. Let's see here. Maybe I can't do it. Ricky, write me. How did I do this before that I got rid of the
The echo? I don't hear an echo now.
Yeah. No, are we still good?
I think I'm okay. I don't hear an echo. Talk. That's a 1. Or that's a 2.
Okay, we'll try it.
Maybe
no
she's
delay
gone,
then.
I think it's a little bit of delay. Last time we took over your live.
How did I know? I want to know how I did it before. Did I go on my phone and turn this off? Do you remember?
I think you went on your phone. I think it's what you ended up doing.
On StreamYard, or I just watched myself on YouTube?
That I don't know.
No, we must not be delayed because I'm talking and you're answering me in real time. I think it got delayed when I had 3 people or more.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing tonight out there? I see David's Family Farm and Mrs. Lazy Daisy.
Yeah, we got a whole bunch of cool people. Yeah.
Marshall
Rambling with the Brums. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I like the duck story. I was going to come in earlier, but I was like, no, I'm going to sit and listen to the duck story.
It was
I
just
didn't
so
want to stop
wild.
you were on a roll.
I was like an auctioneer.
So that's good.
Oh dear.
The
Oh
duck
good. They say
is doing
it
all right.
sounds okay.
Everybody says it sounds
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And she had a little bit of an injury, so yeah. Yeah.
And
Well, wait till you
many
hear my
days ago
next
was that?
story.
Let's hear
Oh,
the next
that
story
was
then.
about that was about over a week ago. Okay, the next story. So, you guys, my husband and I were getting ready to go camping. I didn't tell you guys this story already, did I, about the quad?
I don't remember hearing it, but that doesn't mean that you
I
didn't
don't
tell
think
it.
so. No, because you were on the last live that I did. So if you don't remember it, I didn't tell it.
I was only there half of the time, but okay.
Okay. So we were going camping and just overnight. So we didn't really have to do much with the homestead. We fed everybody, we watered everybody. We were just going to be back the next day. And so my husband, we had gotten more feed from the store for the chickens. And so he loaded it up on the quad, a couple bags, and was driving it up to the coop because the coop is a little ways from our house. And this is so bad.
The bag came open.
He said that he was driving and a chicken darted out in front of him and he ran over the chicken and just completely.
It was like feathers everywhere, right?
Well, and guts.
Wow.
I shouldn't say that. That's like offensive or not offensive, but graphic for some people. I won't get more graphic than that, but isn't that horrible? He ran over one of our chickens.
And this was the ATVs, what this was on?
Yeah.
How fast was he going?
Not that fast, but I guess like because they don't move these chickens. And so he had like kind of stopped and everybody had spread. And so then he kept going and this one, I guess, just darted. Like he couldn't have done anything different, you know. It was just an unfortunate thing, but we're down.
Do you name the chickens?
Oh yeah, we named the chickens.
So do we know who we're having a funeral for? Or I mean,
no, that was Hopscotch.
Okay.
Hopscotch.
All right. Rest in peace, Hopscotch.
Rest in peace, Hopscotch. I know. I know Davis family says, "Oh no, Aaron, send me some of your energy." Yeah. I have some to share tonight. That's not always the case. Yeah, I know. Isn't that kind of gross and sad all at the same time?
I guess what Thorhaven Farm is talking about, I guess if you hit the bumper, they can make a mess of the car sometimes too. We had a friend who hit a turkey once, and it did some major damage to the vehicle.
Did it?
Of course, they were probably going like 50 miles an hour at the time when they hit it, but yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
Turkeys are big.
Yeah, they are. And so, how did he hit that? Like it crossed the road, or what happened?
Yeah, it was crossing the road, and he hit it going down a county road, and it was not good. I think he said that it was and so he hit the turkey, then he called the DNR because it wasn't turkey season, and anyway he hit it with the car. DNR is the Department of Natural Resources in Minnesota, and they said that he could keep it, so he actually kept it and made stew out of it. He said the stew was good, but it was like, I think he said it was like $3,000 worth of damage to the car, and so he said it was the most expensive turkey soup he ever had.
He ever had. Anita says, if it makes you feel better, we squashed a juke while moving their hen house. Oh my goodness, Anita. No good. No good.
It's like, what is that?
Oh, man.
The Wizard of Oz, the house lands on the witch and the feet are sticking out.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. Well, we're getting new meat birds tomorrow. We're getting Hopscotch hopped her last hop. Davis family lives. Indeed.
We're making fun of the poor dead chicken. Oh,
may she rest in peace. Oh man. Yeah, we're getting our fall batch of Cornish hens tomorrow. So I'm doing Cornish hens again this fall because I need them to come to maturity until it's too cold up here. So that puts them processing at the end of October, which will already be pretty chilly up at our house. But
2 months,
Yeah, so they're, and they're fully feathered and whatever. So we put them in the chicken tractors, and like, it'll be fine because our egg layers are outside and they're fine. But
And they'll stop producing too, right? When it gets cold, the egg layers will, won't they?
Yeah, they do. Our younger ones typically keep going to some degree, but our older girls will definitely go off lay from about November to March. Yeah.
Listen to me, like I know anything about chickens, but anyway, so yeah.
No, but you're right. Yeah, I mean, you're right. So you do know. Thorhaven says, stupid ministry here won't let us keep roadkill. Yeah, here, not in British Columbia either, they won't. Although, I guess probably they weren't supposed to. A friend, I suppose that probably wasn't legal. A friend of ours a couple years ago hit a deer, and it was gone. Nothing they could do about it. So I think they kept it and took it home and dressed it. But yeah, I don't think you're supposed to do that.
Davis family life is asking when is the service?
When's the service?
Are we going to cremate?
Come on up. Right? Well,
closed casket though, because it's
gone already. Yeah. We got another Canadian in the house. We have Rolling with Raquel with us. Raquel's here. Finished your chores. How big do they get when you process them? So my chickens usually, the meat birds, they usually are anywhere from about 4 to 6 pounds dressed out. So they're a decent size.
Good size. Yeah, it's pretty good size.
Yep.
Have you ever raised
we've had loads of force cells. No, I haven't raised quail. I don't know anything about quail. They have beautiful eggs. I know that. Have never raised them.
Yeah, everybody there's been some other channels I've been on that have talked about raising quail. Then I was at the world's largest, not the world's, I should say, Minnesota's largest candy store a couple of days ago. And I've got a film on that eventually I'll try and put together. But while I was there, they had pickled quail eggs. I wonder what a pickled quail egg tastes like. I didn't buy any, but I thought about it.
Yeah, you should.
They were like spicy, they were like spicy pickled. They had jalapenos and stuff in it too with it mixed in. So
yum. I'm sure they were good. Davis family. She said, I think closed casket would be the best. Let's remember her at her best.
Maybe we get a picture of her and frame that and put it up next to the casket when we have the service.
Poor hopscotch.
Little Frenchie says they got the quails. That's right. I saw little Frenchie was doing a video on pickling the eggs.
Yes.
And I thought of her channel when I saw the quail eggs.
I sat and watched them live a couple different times. She had the camera on them, the quail hatching, I think you did, Anne, right? And then you had the quail as young, quailets? No, what are they called? Young quail.
I've heard that the quail are messier than the ducks, though, because ducks can be pretty messy, I think.
Really?
Quail even messier, yes.
All right, folks.
Little French, you have to tell us if that's true.
Yeah, let's hear it. Marshall lives up the Coquihalla Connector. Well, so for people who don't know where that is, between so there's a series of highways that runs between Vancouver and into the interior of British Columbia. You can go from Vancouver to Kelowna or Vancouver up to Kamloops, and it's like a thoroughfare. Yeah, it's like a big highway. So Marshall's just telling, I can't remember who asked, Lisa or Anita or somebody asked where he lived. So he's just addressing that. Yes, it was quail hatching. And then in the brooder, cute, they don't stay that way for long, Anne says. And are they messy, Anne? Are they messier than ducks is the question. Yeah, Merritt and Kelowna. Yeah, he's on the connector, not the Coca. Well, yeah.
I used to go quail hunting.
Yep, so Marshall's like about an hour from me.
We used to hunt quail when I was a kid. Yeah, I remember doing that with my dad. Because we would raise bird dogs, my dad would, and so then we would take them out and you'd run them through the fields for quail.
And you would eat them?
Yep, we would after we got the quail, we'd take them home. You'd basically take the breast out and we would fry them up. They were good.
And do you like them? Are they good?
From what I can remember, I don't remember saying they were bad, I guess, but that was a long time ago. That was a really long time ago. It's probably, I don't know. I was in my, I don't know, probably 10 years old, 10 to 12, doing that. So, yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of good memories.
Yeah, it was always a good time. It was more fun watching the dogs work, actually, than hunting the quail, actually. Those dogs are just so smart when they find them, and then they would stop and look, right? And did I tell you this story before? I don't know if I told it before, but you're out running these dogs in the field, and they're, looking for the birds. And then when they find one, they're trained to stop, and point where the bird's at, and then don't go for it until you say, go get the birds, right? And you can just see them, like when they're waiting to go get these birds, they're like, you can like see every muscle in their body just shaking, like, let me go get the bird, let me go get the bird, right? It's so fun watching them work. Yeah.
Man. And so they wait for you to come, and then what?
Well, they'll wait for you. Yeah. Cause they'll be ahead of you. They'll find, and then they'll wait for them. And you're like, my dad would always say, go get the birds. And then they would run and flush. Right. And then the birds would go up. It's kind of like pheasant hunting in a way, right? Where they flush them up, and then whoever's in the party starts shooting for the birds. Right. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh. Interesting. What discipline dogs can just, stop? Like that's
right.
Pretty impressive.
These were British Spaniards, and some of them were German Shorthairs. Seems like the German Shorthairs were better at it. I mean, that's the typical pointer dog that you see, I think.
Okay.
But he also had some Brittany's that's what they were, Brittany's, and they're more like, I don't know how do you describe them. They're they got the long fluffy ears and kind of not a too shaggy of a coat. They usually have like a cow pattern on them. Brittany's do. So yeah.
Cool.
Raised lots of those. Uh-oh, here
That's
comes maybe on camera.
Oh, we have a guest.
So I'm not staying right
No, she's gonna stay to the side so you can't see her.
Oh, okay. All right. A cameo, but not.
Yeah. It's my 10-year-old. She doesn't want to be on camera. She's a little shy.
Yeah, fair enough.
So now she's telling me she's not shy.
Oh, not shy. Okay. Oh dear.
Oh, and she's leaving now.
Okay. See you. Thorhaven Farms used to have an English pointer. Amazing dog. And then Raquel says, that's my beau. So we have lots of affiliations with the dogs.
Rolling with Raquel would know. She's got some coon dogs.
Yeah.
And we had a blue tick they kind of look like the ones that Raquel has.
Okay.
That we called blue because it was a blue tick. It was like, again, dark bluish, grayish. And that was the coon dog. It would hunt coons. Boy, it was good at it too.
Yeah. Raquel says German short haired. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, those blue tick hounds they're smart, eh? Like smart for their job anyway.
Yep.
Anita says Brittany Spaniels are beautiful dogs. Yeah.
Yeah, my dad, I mean, it wasn't like his primary job, but we had a kennel in the backyard with I think it was 4 different pens, and he was always buying puppies, and then he would raise them and train them and then sell them. Right.
Yeah.
So we always had dogs coming through. So to me, when I see dogs now, it's like, I think work, because that's all it was to me. Right. It was lots of work raising these dogs. So.
Yeah, I'm sure. Whole new aspect that most people never know anything about. I mean, obviously, unless you do it, average person wouldn't know.
It's kind of like your ducks and everything else, right? I mean, it's a lot to keep that going, right? So, I mean, and you're the protector of those animals, right? So you've got to take care of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's true. Yep, Thor has a channel. I need to make somebody a moderator. Does anyone want to moderate for me and put up links? I can make you a moderator. Let me know if you want to be a mod, and I'll
we got Farm and HVAC in here. We already saw Thor.
Yeah, we got a lot of people. Farm and HVAC came in here. Yeah. My brother-in-law has St. Hubert's and tracks wounded game here in Quebec. Cool. We
got quite the Canada crew here then.
I know. It's like Canada representing here. Totally. Yeah. What was I going to say about that? Oh, you said like the caregivers and being work. people have no idea, like, so for these Cornish hens or whatever, the meat birds, like, in and of themselves, they're not so much work as far as that goes. But when you have, 100 birds or however many birds, and you're raising them from chicks, okay, well, you got to do the vent checks, make sure they're not going to be bunged up. You got to do the water, you got to do the food, which is fine if you're home all the time, but I'm not always home every other day. Raquel, It's me, you, Thorhaven Farm is Canadian.
I'm close enough, right?
Canadian?
I'm closer to Canada.
You're close enough. Ricky's Minnesota. There's someone else though that's Canadian on here. Well, I guess Annette from Cow Emporium isn't on here. Anyway, well, I guess it's just 3 of us. Oh, and Marshall Warden.
So you're raising these meat birds.
Yeah, so you're raising these birds, and then I have the chicken hotel. I'm going to be posting a video of us getting these birds tomorrow, so you'll see it. But I got the chick hotel ready. Did you see? Oh, Lisa's here. Can't chat. She's cooking.
Hey, Lisa.
Okay. And Davis has to go, but we're going to be playing in the background. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Letting us run. That's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, living simple. Yep. That's right too. So I don't know if you saw the video of me making the brooder hotel, but I got smart now. Instead of having bins in our basement and different things, I didn't really have a good setup. So I have a chicken hotel now where it has, they're all levels with little plug holes that can stick the plug in. And then you have a heat lamp for each level, and they all have their own food and water. And what's that?
So it does sound like a hotel.
Yeah. And, so they're fine when they're chicks, but when you get them out into the chicken tractors, you have to move them. They go through a ton of feed. They go through a ton of water, and it's a lot of work. And it's a lot of work to move them around, sometimes twice a day, to keep, they poop a lot. So it's just, people don't understand that it's a lot of work to keep animals in general. And then meat birds, you go to the store and you get this, chicken, right? And I love it because I pasture raise mine. So they're on grass all the time. They're on really nice grass. They're getting food. They're not getting hormones. There's no fertilizer. You know what I mean? I'm really proud of that, but it's a lot of work. And people don't realize that when they get a chicken from me, and then now, so the stinky thing about having them being processed in October is going to be that I'm going to have to haul water because our spring freezes and we have to take down the hoses probably the last week of September. So I'm going to be hauling water to those silly things for the last month. So it's fine, but
it's going to come in handy.
That
all in the water.
Yeah. Anyway, Trinity's got us on TV peeling the rest of her garlic. She has a freeze dryer. Trinity's, if you guys aren't friends with Blue Collar Homestead, add her. She's been doing a lot of cool stuff this year and in general, but then she has this freeze dryer that they got in the spring, and all the stuff they've been doing with it. It's been really cool watching her.
Hey, we've got the Green Acre in here, and Marshall Warden. Thank you. Appreciate that. Green Acre's close enough to be Canadian too, right? He's in Wisconsin, so.
Yeah. Michael's in the house. Yeah, we got a nice northern contingent here today.
So Blue Collar Homestead.
Well, I just got to figure out,
right?
Yeah, Blue Collar Homestead. So if you don't have her, it's Tim and Trinity. Give them a little ad because they're solid people. Everyone on here, all you guys, definitely add each other because you guys are all such great channels. I have a water tank. I don't have a water tank. I have one of them totes. So I'll just, that's what I'm going to do. Farm and HVAC is I'm going to hook up the IBC water tote, and then I won't have to deal. I can probably put a de-icer. Okay, I'm going to try to add Thorhaven Farm, and I hope that we don't get delayed then, because this will be our third person.
That's what happened last time.
So let's
see.
I know. Let's give it a try.
There he is. Oh, he was there.
What's going on here?
Oh, now he's back. There he is.
Hello, hello. Okay.
Although we can't hear him. He must be muted. I don't know. I can see him, but I can't hear him. Are we delayed now? Should do the fingers again. 2. I got a 2.
That was delayed.
And I can't hear Thor. It's a 1, but I can't hear Thor. Okay, I'm calling him Thor. I don't even know if Thor is his real name. I don't know if Thor. He can't tell me though because he's muted. He's got the hair down though. Maybe I should put my hair down too, and we can match.
Oh yeah, you definitely should. You definitely should. Yeah, I don't think he's working. There you are. There you are. But you're muted. Okay.
Yeah,
are we delayed? Here, go.
2.
Oh,
I think we're not delayed,
but
delayed. I can't. You're delayed, but I can't hear. I can't hear Thor, and you're delayed. I think, Aaron. You want me to drop off and let?
Okay. I'm gonna do.
Let me drop off and see. I can do that.
Drop off and see what happens, and then come back. Okay.
All right. I'm gonna drop out of here.
Let's see what happens. Well, Country Mama says there's no delay. Okay. Oh, she's dropped off. Okay. Now let's see. I don't think I muted him. No. It says he has sound. Hey, Nisi, how are ya? No, you have sound for me. Ban from studio. I don't want to ban you from the studio. Nope. Edit mic settings. He's laughing. Why can't we hear you? Echo cancellation. No, it says you're... Okay. How about I remove you? I'm going to post the link again and come back on, okay? Okay. Oh, StreamYard has just not been friends to me. Okay. I'm going to get the link again. And all right. Oh, Mixed Interest has snuck in here and finding happiness in all you do. Welcome, welcome, you guys. We're just getting some people live with me up here. So I'm sending out the link. Thor was on with us. Ricky Ventures was on with us. And so for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, oh, I have a delay. Shoot. All right. Let's see here. I am going to go onto my phone, okay, you guys? Stand by. That was not good. Okay. And mute this. There we go. Okay. Now you can see me multiple different places. Hello. Okay, I'm going to turn this camera off. Okay. Yeah, there's an echo now. Okay. Is that better? Let me know if that's better. I'm on my phone. Somebody let me know. If it's better. The reverb was actually trippy. I'm so sorry. Okay, let me know if I'm delayed. Let's start there. I see Ricky trying to come back on. I just want to see. Okay. Yep. Yes. Okay. As soon, you guys are going to laugh. This is like my thing. Okay. As soon as I hold up my fingers, like the microsecond I hold up my fingers, tell me how many fingers. Okay. Ready? The video quality is much better now too. Okay, good. How many fingers? How many fingers? Oh, maybe I'm delayed. Okay. All right, let's get Ricky back on here. Okay. Hello.
That was great. This is much better.
Yeah. Much better?
I got the hair down so I can match Thor now. So, all right.
Excellent. Excellent. So I'll put you here and we'll be good. Turn myself around. There we go. That okay, you guys? All right. Yeah, now if Thor wants to come on, we can try it again. Whoops. There we go. Sorry, guys. All right. We'll wait to see if he wants to come on. You can hear me okay, though? You can see me okay on this?
Yeah, I think your phone, like Green Acre said, your phone's got even better photo. The video is a better quality.
Good. All right. Then I'm just going to do it on my phone from now on. It's just so much better, obviously. Okay.
Is your phone on your Wi-Fi network, or is it just going through the telephone network?
It's on my Wi-Fi.
So it's probably not your phone, then it's probably your computer probably is just pretty taxed.
Yeah, probably. Because I wouldn't be able to do it. We have no cell phone service. Hello.
1, 2, 3.
There we go.
Oh man,
1, 2, 3.
we're living high society now.
Nice.
Everything's
Nice.
working. How are you, my friend? How's,
Doing amazing. Doing amazing.
How's the
So
Eastern time zone treating you tonight?
good.
Late for you, then it's like 10 o'clock.
Yeah, about 10, almost past our bedtime. So
It's already past my bedtime. It's okay.
You guys love me. What can I say? Thank you so much.
hey,
Yes, we do.
it's all good. Yeah.
It's fun to have people to talk to too, you know? Like I love that. It's so fun.
Especially the way things have been going the last 2 years. It's really good to be able to talk to people and chat about stuff and have like-minded people. It's amazing.
For sure. For
Yep.
sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
So what do you guys have on your docket for this week?
Work, and then we got to finish harvesting some rabbits. We'll see about harvesting some potatoes. It's starting to die off, so
Yeah.
we'll harvest a few of those. I was in the greenhouse tonight and noticed a whole bunch of those worms eating our broccoli that's in the greenhouse. So I'm tempted just to cut the broccoli out and toss everything. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's so frustrating.
Yeah. So
Rolling with Raquel says this is her social life is YouTube. So it takes over. It does.
yeah, exactly.
I don't know when the last time I
We
actually
got
watched
you,
TV
Raquel.
was.
We got you.
No, that's just it. It's like, I canceled Disney Plus and canceled Prime and all that. Just watch YouTube now.
Yep.
I couldn't do that because the kids would go crazy. But yeah,
Yeah.
they all tell me I'm crazy
fun,
for doing the
you know?
YouTube thing. So, but yeah, it's all good.
Yeah. Well, and we have such a cool community too, you know. It's like we all watch each other's videos and like you almost feel like you get to know each other and then to do lives like this and actually get to chat, like it's so fun, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Totally.
Hey, I just noticed the Green Acres in here. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey.
Michael's in here. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
He's putting out some amazing videos.
That
I'm,
guy's got cinegraphic
Really
skills.
impressed, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he does.
Yeah. For
I was
sure.
telling him he's going to teach me some of his skills, and he's pretty close to me. Actually, he's probably only
Yeah.
6 hours away, so I might have to go meet up with him at some point. He's going to
That's
teach me some
cool.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And his channel is growing like mad too, you know, like
Oh,
really
I bet.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just awesome what he's putting out there. So I'm not surprised it's
And
it's
the
taking
growth,
off.
the growth makes sense because I mean, if
Yeah.
you're putting out good quality videos,
Yeah.
that's what people want to see, right? I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure all of you guys are sub to Michael, but if you're not, the Green Acre, check him out for sure. Cause I don't think you'll be disappointed. So he says, thank
Yeah.
you everyone. I was so busy this past weekend. I didn't film anything. You are dropping the ball, my friend. Come on.
what I will say to the
You're
Green
forgiven.
Acre is to try and plan out your filming, and you don't always have to do one film. I mean, you can film several films in a weekend span. You don't have to all
Yeah.
release them at that time, but that's what I try to do when I'm out filming. I try to get as much footage as I can, and then I'll break things up sometimes. And I'm usually weeks, almost a month ahead now on videos.
Oh, wow.
So
That's
I've got
nice.
something behind the scenes. So if there's a time where I can't do it, I've got something I can still release, right? because I want to try and stay consistent.
Yeah.
I'm trying. I'm like, there's sometimes I'm like, the computer's messing up, or
Yep.
I filmed it wrong or something like that. And then I just put something out and it just, I wasn't happy with it, but
Yeah. I filmed something.
I got to
I
gotta get better at doing better quality stuff, I think.
Yeah, I was filming the other day and I realized that my mic wasn't working. And so all the footage had no voice on it. I was like, oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was like, oh well, that was a loss. I have to redo that one some other time.
I just noticed Country Mama's musings, nothing like tossing your broccoli.
Nothing like tossing your broccoli. I didn't even see that. I didn't. And Mick says, does anyone think that Ricky looks like Bret Hart?
That's not the first time I've heard that.
Oh, that's funny.
Or what was
Michael
the other guy?
says, I do try to film a few videos each weekend, but then I get so excited to upload that I drop them all right away instead of holding out. Yeah.
I've done that too. I've got all these videos. I'll put them out there. And then I'm like, oh God, I don't have any more videos. What am I doing?
Yeah.
What am I going to do?
When I started this, I committed myself, just between myself and me, I said, I'm going to put one video out there a week. Right.
Yeah.
And then I eventually got to the point where I was comfortable. I'm going to put 2 videos out there a week and we'll see how long that lasts. Because as winter approaches, I'm afraid I'm going to not have as much stuff to do. You guys know from being up north, right? Like,
yeah.
So I might have to drop back to 1 a week when that happens. But I think I'm going to pick up maybe in trying to learn how to ice fish this year. And so that'll be an adventure, baby.
Nice.
That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Marshall Warden, hope you're doing good.
Too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because I found I had almost as much content in the winter as I do in the summer, I guess.
Interesting.
Okay.
But it's, trying to run a homestead in 5 feet of snow, trying to get water to our Highland cows and that kind of stuff. It's
right.
It makes for some fun times.
I was talking to Aaron about earlier, like when you got to take care of those animals, right? That's like number one. And yeah, I guess that I don't have that luxury. I don't have any animals to take care of everything, or maybe I should say I don't have that burden, maybe actually, to be honest. Right. So, cause my property is 3 hours north of me. And I live in the Twin Cities. And so I couldn't have animals up there. I wouldn't be able to take care of them. Right. So
you can still actually take a vacation if you wanted to.
Right. I suppose. Yeah. I guess if my real work would actually let me do that. So,
yeah.
I just want to say hi, Chris and Christy have bounced in here. So I just want to say hi to them really quick. Yeah, Alicia has some winter ideas from us. Winter content, snow. Week 2, snow.
No.
3, snow.
Yeah.
I'm worried about that too, though, because I don't have anything exciting as you. I have water. Like we have a pump house down in where the cows winter. So I have water. I have hay, like nothing too exciting. I'm worried about my winter content. I've only had my channel since, I started it in January, but it really kind of picked up steam in the spring of this year.
Yep, same.
So this will kind of functionally be like my first winter on YouTube. So I am worried about it, to be completely honest. But then I tell myself not to be, because, for example, this last week I didn't have any real content, and I have some stuff in the pipe for this coming, I'll be posting this week. But then stuff always happens, right? Like, if you have a homestead or a farm, like the duck thing, I wasn't planning on that.
Right.
But there was some content, and we always have, not that I want to make it all gory or whatever, but you never know when something's going to go wrong, right? Or, just stuff happens, right? So
that was us, was it last week? Must have been late last week, the week before. And I was like, okay, gods, you guys need to send me some inspiration, because I'm kind of short on stuff. And woke up the next morning, go out to feed the cows, and our young Highland cow had kissed a porcupine the night before.
Yeah.
So fucking nose full of quills. Right. And it was like,
get out the pliers, right?
Okay, Loki, not funny. Sure, good content, but not what I wanted.
No, that's right. Excellent content, but
yeah.
I assume it's got to take pliers to take those out, right?
Yeah, we were gonna try and do it ourselves, and then we just called the vets. They were here in 15 minutes.
Okay.
I gave her a trank. She laid down. They froze her nose, basically, gave her an antibiotic just in case, and then just went to work pulling them out. And it was amazing. They did a great job.
I saw
And,
that video. You posted that video, right? Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that video.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah, poor thing.
And I spent 13 years managing a horse farm and spent a lot of time around vets and stuff. And these guys were really good. So I was happy.
Raquel says that
sounds
her
like a
horse
much-
did that
yeah,
once.
Yeah. Roland Raquel also said, cooking videos for the wintertime, I guess, right?
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and Chris
Yeah.
and Christy say, don't worry, I do well in the winter and people are bored and will watch more. That's true, like I always I on the one hand appreciate what we're all saying about Michael in the sense that like he has awesome content, his photography or his videography is really good and his editing is like spot on. I appreciate that side of things. But at the same time, I get like I don't know how you guys feel, but I get almost like a I don't know what the word is, not a mind block, but like the people aren't going to be interested in XYZ 1, 2, 3, so I'm not going to film it. But the thing is like, it's my everyday life. If it doesn't speak to you, you won't watch it. If it does, you will. You know what I mean? Like I think I shortchange myself is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And not give myself a chance. And I could be posting probably even a lot more footage.
I agree.
See,
Yes.
you see people's channels who, I mean, if you actually dissect it out, it's not that interesting of a video, but I'm interested in seeing it because
Yes.
I want to see the pig hanging out, or I want to see the duck, or like, is it in and of itself exciting? No, but I like it. You know what I mean? So I need to, I think for the winter and as we move into fall, just be gentler on myself and not be
There you
so
go.
picky.
It's funny you
Is that the
mention
word?
that. This week I've been watching some videos from like Slobobia. It's like, these guys have no electricity, no running water. They're right in the middle of the mountains in Turkmenistan, sort of thing. And they don't have jobs. They've got a house that's falling down by our standards. And they're raising their goats, their cows. And it's just so interesting to watch them making bread, or they spend the whole day looking
I've
after their
seen that.
animals
There was like the wife and the two
making
kids.
their bread or
Yeah.
making food. It's their entire life because they don't have a job. They just work to support themselves. And I'm like, okay, it's interesting that I'm watching something like that.
Yeah.
Whereas, I'm thinking about, I could go to the back forest and make a video of me just playing around in the moss.
Yeah.
Like, because we're in the pine forest, there's nothing but moss out back.
And
We can
people would
walk
love it.
barefoot in the moss
That's what
Yeah.
Country
Because
Mama Musings is saying. She's
very
perplexed by
few
people cleaning out the
people
fridge.
outside the area or outside
They
northern
get
Canada
90,000 views.
have seen that kind of thing. So I'm thinking like what we think is every day
Yeah.
would be very interesting to those who have never seen it before.
Yeah, I
Totally.
filmed myself snow blowing the driveway in March of last year when I first started my channel, and it hasn't got a whole lot of views out there, probably because it's summertime and nobody cares. But I'm thinking if I did that, again in the wintertime, like people might be, it's like people in the South, they don't have to snow blow their driveway, right? They might think that's interesting, right? So
Yep.
And because we know you, we are like, oh, Ricky got snow. Like, let's, like we'd be into it. You know what I mean?
right, possibly, yeah.
Well, and you you just said I would never think about like filming myself plowing snow ever in a billion years, but maybe I should do it.
People would be, because there's people that are, think of all the people who are watching your channel, right? They're not just in Canada, right? So they don't see those aspects of life, right? Kind of like you were saying in Slovakia, right? Or
The fact that I'm
Turkmenistan, where they're at,
videos
right?
from Turkmenistan or Slobobia or
Right.
Ukraine or that sort of thing,
Mm-hmm.
they'd be interested in us too, watching that sort of thing.
Yes.
So
Boots and Bonnets says it would be
Christy
interesting to
says-
the Texans.
They say, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, maybe we actually will be okay this winter, you guys.
I think we might be. I'm especially with the ice fishing. The ice fishing is going to be fun, I think.
That's going to be cool. All sorts of people
Yeah.
are going to be interested in that. Yeah. I think
I
that'll be
haven't-
cool.
I've never done it in my life, and we'll see how bad it
Nope.
goes. As long as I don't drown, we're doing good, right?
Yeah. Yes. Please don't drown. Michael says people love process videos. You know, a video of someone cleaning a room sped up. It's super enjoyable for some people to watch. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So
Well,
I saw.
Sorry,
Ro-
go ahead.
No, I saw Roland Raquel ask Greenacre what kind of camera he uses, and I'm also interested in that. What kind of camera does the Greenacre use?
Tell
What
us,
were you going to say,
Michael.
Aaron? Yeah, tell us what kind of camera you're using.
Oh, I was just going to say that I made a dandelion salve video back in February or something. I had put the dandelions in the oil, you know, back in June, and I kind of finally got around to it in February. And that thing got like 7.8 thousand views, you know, and it's just me going through the process, like Michael says, just, you know, how to make salve. 7.8, you know, for me, who was a tiny channel at the time. Like, well, I mean, I'm still tiny, but I think at the time I only had like 30 subscribers or something, and I'd have like all these views every day, and it was like, where are they coming from, you know? So it's all true.
That's funny you guys say that, because I put together a short. They were redoing the main road outside my house, and so, you know, they go out there and they tear it all up, and then they put gravel down, and then they re-blacktop it and everything and roll it right. And I filmed it each time they were doing the different things, and I put it together in a 15-second short. And
Yeah.
And it got like, I think it's like the second highest watched video on my channel
That's crazy.
for 15 seconds of how to redo your road, right? So
That's so funny. Well, I guess we got it made, guys. We got it made. Michael's not going to tell us his trade secret.
he
It
says
says all his gear
equipment-
is on there. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, I film with my iPhone.
I've got a bunch of GoPros I use. I've got a 6, a 7, and a 9 that I use because I'm always trying to get different angles,
Yeah.
because I'm a believer that nobody wants to sit and watch the same angle the whole time. So I'm
Mhm.
always trying to switch that up as often as I can
Mhm.
to keep it interesting. I don't, you know.
Yeah, that's smart. That's smart. When I started my channel, I just started it because like really for family or friends. I never ever in a billion years would have thought or intended for it to do anything more than kind of like 30, 40 people. So I only ever used my iPhone, and now I still do, but you know, it's like as it takes off, you kind of maybe have to revamp a little bit, right?
So Country Mommy Musing says she filmed a cloud last week and got over 2,000 views. That's awesome. We got 17 people watching now. This is great.
Wow.
Nice.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had a good chat. It's been fun, everybody in here. Well, I just like everybody who's in here. I have to say, I enjoy your channel so much. I think that there's some channels out there that you maybe don't feel an affiliation with, and then there's those that you do. And just all of you guys, I just have learned so much and have so much fun watching you guys. And so thank you from us, for your support. And we have a good community here, really good community.
The community is amazing.
Good night,
I find that
Bobby. Good night, Mick.
Everyone into the homesteading and YouTube is like, it's crazy awesome. Like everyone's so supportive.
They're very
feedback,
inclusive.
the knowledge.
Very inclusive.
Yeah.
Raquel asked me how many subs I'm up to. 504, I think. 503, 504.
You're on your way to 1,000.
Oh my goodness.
That's what you are.
I think I'll hit that all right. What I don't have is the watch hours, because my videos are a little bit shorter, so I need to make them longer too. That's one thing. See, there's another thing. If we're talking about self-esteem keeps coming up, but that's not the right word at all. But when I started the videos, going back to kind of my roots this winter,
Good night,
I
MB.
thought, oh, well, people are only going to want, because I wasn't trying to be like a YouTuber or anything. It was just capturing like stories and stuff. So I thought, well, people are only going to be interested for like a minute or two. Nobody wants to, they're going to skip. if I have a
Mhm.
long video. So by habit, I think, and by self, you know, pushing myself down, I was like, oh, well, you know, ho hum. So I'd only make these short videos. And now I keep on, I'm very blessed to have, you know, people like you guys and new subs and who seem interested in my content. People have been really supportive with like commenting and liking and stuff like that. And so now I have to rejig my mindset, which is what I was just saying. Like I have to rejig my mindset about what I'm filming and not assume that people aren't going to be interested in it, and then make longer videos and not assume that people are just going to skip through
I totally
my
hear
video.
you. I did the same thing. I'm always cutting more footage out than I'm putting in, thinking that, like I was saying a few minutes ago, it's like nobody. It's like, have I been on this angle shot too long, and people are going to get bored and start skipping ahead. I do the same thing, Aaron. So
Yeah.
I haven't stopped myself quite yet, and so I keep cutting more footage than I put in. So I'll
Yeah.
have like 2 hours of footage, and I'll cut it down to 6 minutes. Right? I mean, in the
Yeah.
end. So
Yeah. And it's not like you know, I don't care what people think as far as that. Like it doesn't, you know, I just,
right.
you know, if they want to watch, they'll watch. So I don't know why I conduct myself like that. I just do. I don't know. So anyway, but I've been steadily progressing in views as I have more subs, and then, you know, obviously as such in watch hours. But I just need to make longer videos, so I think I need to work on that.
What would you say your average length of video is there?
Well, it's interesting. I looked back. So now they're about 4 to 6 or 7 minutes. And in the beginning, they were like 1 to 3.
Okay.
So I've already made a jump. And then I need to take that next step of like getting them over 10 minutes, which I don't. Like even my how-to, you know, like for those of you that saw the cherry videos, and I'm about to post, like we did pickles, easy pickles this week. So I'm actually going to post that probably tomorrow. You know, you're doing it for a while. Like what did I say? I was doing cherries for 4 hours. And how long did I post? 6 minutes or 7 minutes.
Yeah.
So
I hear you.
But then again, who really wants to like see cherries for 30 minutes? I mean, I don't know that I would. So there's that fine balance, right? I don't know.
Yeah. Rolling with Raquel says she does one take, love it or leave it. Like, wow, that's
That's
I don't always do that.
So
sometimes
let me ask you guys
I do
then,
extra takes and cut things in editing sometimes. So go ahead.
Yeah.
Aaron.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, so we have like 17 people in here. Is that right? That's amazing. Yep. And I'm trying to be dead serious here when I'm asking, what do you like about like, I'm looking for actual feedback here. What do you like about my videos? What do you enjoy about them? What should I keep doing? And what, if there is any feedback that you could give me about something that I could do differently that would make your viewing experience better, what would it be? I would love to take like a little
poll, huh?
Yeah, like a little poll. Like there's kind of, you guys are some of my like biggest supporters, and hit it to me straight. Give it to me honest, because I want to grow too. And as I'm over 500, I want to kind of get the rest of the way. And what would you guys? Yeah, feedback, open.
I'd say stuff I haven't seen. Like I was saying with the other ones I've watched, you know, stuff that you may take for granted living in BC in the warmer climate than the rest of Canada. You know,
I would say continue being yourself, like, because you're funny, you've got a good personality on camera, I think. And I think the way that you and your husband interact with each other is kind of funny, because you've got the personality and he doesn't. So be yourself on camera, right? Don't try to be something you're not.
Yeah.
So I think that's good. I think that's all good quality stuff.
Okay.
That keeps me entertained anyways.
So like more of me and Daniel, like, because it makes you laugh.
Yes, it's funny. It's good stuff. It's good entertainment, I think. I wonder what the people in the chat think, though. I wonder what they think.
I'm going to have to go watch some videos because I haven't seen any of the videos with you and your husband. So
okay, so go see Mic Drop Honey Is Out. That one starts with me and Daniel. Go watch spring and prepping for winter in April. question mark has us. Adventures Getting Hay starts with that. Usually it's just the intro.
Yeah.
Okay.
But watch those 3. Always Be Real, That I'm Real. Okay, what you see is what you get. Can you tell? I'm like, Lisa says, I really like your personality and how you tell your stories. Okay, awesome. Simply Jan, hello. We're just Jan.
Hey,
Hey,
Jan.
Simply Jan.
We're just kind of talking about growing YouTube channel and how far we've come and things that we are going to be working on as we progress, and kind of weaknesses. We all have kind of said that we maybe don't give ourselves enough credit with, thinking people will be interested in our stuff or filming long enough stuff or how we edit. We kind of maybe get in our own heads a little bit. So we were just talking about that. Good to have you here. I think one thing that I have going in my favor is that I just love doing it, and I am filming my everyday life.
sure.
And I'm not putting anything on. Like, I add music, but it's just what I'm doing, So I definitely am going to take what you said to heart, is just to film more kind of every day. That's good feedback, because that's the one thing that I'm kind of not afraid to do, but that's the one thing that I don't think is interesting. So if you're saying that it would be, I can do that.
Yeah, I have been scared about like some things I've been thinking about filming. Back to the one film that I did do where I didn't have the audio, is as I've been creating more footage, I've got to store this stuff somewhere, right? And so I've always had this NAS, a network area array share, a big disk drive that I store everything on for my family, like my pictures and videos of the family. Yeah, and it backs itself up, right? So if a disk drive fails, I can just get another disk drive and pop it in, and it'll recover itself. And so I bought another one just for the channel, because I knew I'm collecting all this footage, right? Yeah. And I went through and filmed me the whole process of setting all that up, and then I found out that I had no audio on any of it.
Oh,
and so
no.
And so I may end up doing it again, but then I thought, like, does that really clutter the channel up? Because that's not really what the channel's about to begin with. But I don't know, maybe people will watch it, right? Like, maybe they will find it interesting, and definitely other YouTubers might find it interesting, right? Like,
there's a lot of the ones where
you
have the footage without any sound. As long as it's not you there in the camera talking without any sound, but it's footage of around, just put some music to it. There's so many great, for example, the Green Acres we just talked about does tons of videos where, it's just video and music and no talking or that sort of thing. So
yeah,
I just did the one about canning jam, and it was just music and the canning.
I loved that, by the way. I love
that. Thanks.
Yeah.
Hi, Jan. Simply Homestead.
Everyone's saying hi to Jan. Yeah.
It's funny because I usually delete all my videos now because I have a work computer, and it's just a basic one. So it barely functions for editing the videos. And I was putting everything on a portable drive, but then it won't load onto the computer because there's just so much information on that portable drive. Mm-hmm. So now I just delete everything. I'm like,
I'm a geek.
I'll just retake a video, I guess.
Lots of stuff computer wise, but yeah. I think the main house backup of all my family stuff is terabytes of disk right now, but it's double, so it's 16 terabytes because it's backing itself up.
Wow.
And I think I'm probably got 3 terabytes of data there.
Wow.
And then just the data I've been collecting on my GoPros and stuff, I probably got a terabyte already from when I started it in January. But I keep everything, right? I keep the masters, and I keep what I broke down into the film, and I've got it all saved and backed up in my editing software. So if I ever want to go back and redo it, I can just bring it right back in my editor, fully functional. But then I got all this stuff saved, right? It's like eventually I'm going to have to move it to just offline backup to a portable drive or something, but that or stop saving it or stop shooting in 4K, right?
Yeah, I delete mine too. Yep.
Yeah.
Nowhere to store it.
Once I post it to YouTube now, gone.
Yeah.
Well, I've heard there's services that'll even back up the YouTube for you too, right? So I guess you could do too, but then it would cost you money, right? So
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I suppose, it all depends on how far you are along too. I suppose if you had some big thing and you were hugely monetized, you wouldn't want to risk that versus me. It's not as big of a deal right now,
right.
I have some time to figure it out,
Yep, for sure. Yeah, the Green Acre says he deletes all of his raw footage too.
Yeah, but he says he saves the rendered video on the external drive. But he's
And
not
so-
even sure why he does that.
Well, here's the thing though, because I've got a lot of footage that I did before I started doing YouTube of stuff I've done up north and so forth that I could use. But when I did all those videos, I did it for the house, just for the family. And I put pop music and commercialized music on it, right? And now since I don't have the raw footage anymore, I've got just the video. Like I've got no way to separate my voice from the sound, right? So I can either take the sound completely out of it and just have the video image, right, and put new sound to it. But like, I guess I could join it back and go and voice over it, but it wouldn't be the same, right? So that's the problem. So that's why I save everything now, because I was like, what if I want to go back and redo that video sometime, right? About
Yeah, I guess I don't have that problem. I just know that I'm never going to want to go back and redo a video at this point.
There you go.
But yeah, I mean, if you did, then you'd have to consider that, right? Drops in the house. Hello. Drops Family Garden.
He drops.
Hope all is well tonight.
Yeah.
Got a hard night.
I just feel if my video is out there, it's the video.
What's that? Sorry.
Go ahead, Thor.
I feel if the video is out there, that's the video. I mean,
yeah,
to redo it and try and get new views and get rid of the old views, I'm like, there's some people that say that where, if video is older than 6 months or a year and you haven't got more than so many views on it, just delete it and get rid of it. But it's like,
I'm not worried about that.
No.
I was just thinking, like I was up north a couple of weekends ago doing some final cutting down the hay fields and stuff, right? And when I'm driving by there, I'm talking to the camera stuff, and I pass one of the old oak trees that fell. It probably fell like 5 years ago, and I took a chainsaw and cut it all up, and I filmed all that. And I'm like, oh, I've got that footage. I should go find that. And I think that's one where I actually don't have any music to it, so I eventually will have it. But it's like back to our point earlier about having content. It's like that could be something I could post at any time, right? And it wouldn't take me hardly anything to do it, right? Just put it out there, right? So, yeah. But all this other stuff has all that pop music I put on it, and it's like I can't do it, right? That's because otherwise I'd have so much footage if I could do that, right? Of course, who wants to watch my kids all day probably playing too? Probably, I guess maybe they do.
Maybe they do. Yeah. A question though. You said deleting your videos after 6 months or whatever if they haven't like done that well, but that would then you would lose watch hours, right? Like
yeah, exactly. So I think it's one for like the bigger channels once you're already monetized.
Yeah.
Where if a video is not performing as well as the others,
Lisa's got to go. See you later, Lisa.
Bye, Lisa. Thank you for leaving me running.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, Thor. I see what you're saying, Thor. Like, if you're big enough, what's those views going to matter to you, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure I'm ever going to be that big.
Yeah, I know, right? One step at a time. And Dale's here. Hello, Anne. How are you?
That's the goal. But I mean, some of those videos, I wanted my kids and my grandkids to see too. So kind of keep them updated on what I'm doing and that sort of thing. So for me, deleting that kind of stuff is like, no, it's there for a reason sort of thing. So.
Yeah. Hi, Gail. How are you? Welcome. Yeah, I did do that in the beginning too. There were some that, again, I only had 20 or 30, subscribers at the beginning there, but maybe things had like 16 views or something. And then 4 months later, when I had 300 subs, they only had, 24 views. Well, I mean, off it went. I canned it, you know. So
We're up to 20 people watching. 21 now.
Nice.
20 people.
That's great.
Nice.
Wow, thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. Well, we're going to be having a lot more content coming up this fall because you guys saw us pour the cement slab. You
Exciting.
guys saw that one. So it's kind of funny. I thought I was going to be able to put it up, have multiple videos of us putting it up, but how we're going to end up doing it actually is that we're going to kind of all do it at one time. I mean, yeah, it'll still be a couple videos, but I thought in my mind that we would do this and then we would save up some money and we would do this. And we thought, you know what, with our winters, like you guys can appreciate this, we get like -40 and
Yeah.
I can't have my bones up or partially up, or I mean, I guess it would be up by the time it was winter, but point being, I don't want things to bow and whatever. I need it to go up and have everything, you know, my straight and my trusses and everything. So we're actually going to probably
you're ahead of schedule.
October. We're going to put the whole building up in one go. So I'm still going to have it in a few different videos, but we're going to do, you know, get the walls up. That should be quick. And then we'll bring the trusses in and I'm just going to have trusses made and delivered. We're not going to build them. So that'll kind of be fun, I think, to see the trusses come, and that'll kind of,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we have that coming up. And then, I have some kind of interest videos that I'm going to do in the fall. Actually, Alicia knows all about this. Alicia, I've talked about this before in a live, I think my last live, but Alicia made these really fun wax wraps that work instead of like aluminum foil or saran wrap on your bowls or like different food in the fridge. And so when we were up on our trip a couple weeks ago, I actually came across a really neat package with the beeswax and resin and whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and make those on film as just kind of a interest thing for those that are interested. And so
we tried doing those homemade ones and it was a disaster.
Was it?
We took our beeswax and tried to make, you know, like the wraps for sandwiches for the kids' lunch and all that. And yeah, it just didn't turn out well.
Well, I obviously hope it's a success, but if it's not, maybe I'll go viral with my like beeswax and resin.
We hope so.
Everywhere.
We hope you do.
You hope for my failure.
No, I want you to go viral and get all these subs. And...
Yep. And I'll send them all your way.
You'll be like at 10,000 in like no time, right?
That's right. That's right. I'm like up to like I got beeswax in my hair.
I don't know what it was, but like the wraps were stiff, like too much beeswax.
Oh,
and,
no.
You know, you could use them like frisbees. So it was just like, no.
That's not see, there's a video. Beeswax wrap frisbees.
Yes. Yeah.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
So do a tutorial if you're
at least do the process, right?
I'm gonna do the whole thing, and I'm gonna start it out, and I'm gonna qualify it with good, bad, or ugly. Here we go. I'll give you guys a shout out when I do it. Oh dear, so funny. Well, and here's another thing that could go wrong too is did I tell you guys the story about Devil's Club when I was on our trip in my last live? Okay, so
did I or did I not? I don't know.
Well, I had told everyone how we had gone to a city called, or a town, I guess, called Fort St. James, which is one of the Hudson Bay trading companies, you know, in northern British Columbia. And it was kind of a hybrid outpost of Indigenous people and the Hudson Bay Company. And anyways, so they have like a visitors, like they have you can go there and like check it out, and they have interactive stuff, and you can go in the buildings and see the old trading posts, and they have a building where they have all the skins that were still there. Like, it's really cool. And so they have different people in each building. Mm-hmm. And so they had an Indigenous lady in the fur trading post, and she was really interesting. And what did she mention? Oh, she was talking about if you had pain, they would make a Devil's Club salve, and I have an awful back. And I said, I make salves and all sorts of stuff. I do a lot of foraging, and I love making stuff out of nature in my backyard and stuff like that. And so she took us kind of a special interest in me. Anyway, she told me all how to make this Devil's Club salve. And of course, we're on vacation, and we, to my knowledge, don't have Devil's Club like out by our homestead here, like in our particular forest.
I wouldn't even
So
know what
she's
it
like,
is.
well, yeah, it's like this big honking like leafed plant that has really like it has like a woody stalk with horrible prickles. It's a really nasty plant. But apparently when you peel off the prickles and get down to the bark, and you can like have it as a tea, like it's quite something. You should read
aloe
about it.
from a cactus.
It's quite something. And it's like you read about it, and it's actually quite proven, if you want to use that word. But anyway, so she told us where we could find it. And I was looking. Of course, I'm like you, Ricky. Like, what am I looking for? I don't know what this Devil's Club is. You know, what is Devil's Club? So I'm on the side of the road in northern British Columbia on vacation looking for Devil's Club. I don't know what I'm looking for. Never could find it. Anyway, so we're on a quad ride today out behind our house. We're like 45 minutes from the house. There it is! Devil's Club! And I know it's it because I have been now like extensively looking online about this silly plant.
It was like Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and there was this big shadow.
Yep. And the heavens, opened up and the sun shone down. Yeah. Anyway, so I am going
Stop
to make
groveling. I hate it when people do that.
Exactly. Oh man. So, we have a couple people heading out. Yeah. Definitely lock up the goats, Gail. You don't want the coyotes to get them. No. Bad news. You head out there. Thank you for coming, though. Appreciate it a lot.
Drop says you're onto something with the beeswax frisbee.
I'm gonna make. I'm telling you, that would make a good video. But apparently, if you do too much with this Devil's Club, it's like an opioid, and you can overdose. So I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna make a video about. Wouldn't that be something? Like, because I guess you can get tea and stuff like that. Oh man,
that'd be like Young Guns. Do you remember that movie with
No.
Peyote?
Oh,
did you take a little bit too much?
I can imagine.
Did you see the size of that chicken?
I suppose you could overdose on anything, right? Though, right? I mean, if you take enough of something,
I would think so.
Yeah,
I'm sure. Simply Jan says they
some better than others.
Growing.
Right.
Yeah.
Pick your poison, right?
Pick your poison, literally. Oh my lands. So that'll be interesting. I mean, I guess you should be careful when you're doing stuff with nature, but I know that it's Devil's Club, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, Simply Jan says she's gonna make some tinctures out of ragweed, which is goldenrod, really. But I'm so allergic to that stuff; it's not even funny. I guess that's what some people say. You make the tinctures and drink that, and it's supposed to help. But
supposed to help what?
Your allergies. You're supposed to kind of
is
kind of like homeopathic type of.
I'm gonna have to try that. My allergies are bad.
Ragweed just drives me crazy. I just stick to the pharmaceuticals.
I like hay fever.
Yeah.
Let's start up a homestead where I have to feed cows hay.
Yeah. Smart. That's
Great
Daniel
idea.
Too. He wears an N95 when we go do hay because he just has like an anaphylactic reaction. Not really.
Oh
yeah.
Jump on the tractor and I pull my shirt up over and I'm like, here we go.
That's how it is after I brush hog the fields. Like it's just, I come home after that being out there all day and I can't breathe almost, it seems like. So
yeah. Well, I don't react to it, but I sure reacted to it this year. You guys saw, I was all red and blotchy, and oh my goodness, it was awful. Alicia says that she had some devilweed butter and looked for my cat for 30 minutes. She says, I don't have a cat.
There you go.
That sounds like Young Guns, like Blue Collar Homestead was just watching.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be like watching me on an LSD trip, you guys. I'll just sit in front and I'll do a live and I'll just with my Devil's Club and we'll just see how it goes.
Wow.
Simply Jan says it's meant to heal allergies. Yeah. You guys are, well, I don't know. Maybe y'all should try it.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to try it, but
Zyrtec once a day. I guess it's Flonase is the other thing that I take this time of year. I only take it during the hay season. It seems to work.
I was told to just continuing to eat my honey because
I've heard that too.
The bees collect the pollen from the area and it goes into the honey. So you
Yep.
eat the honey, and so
Do you find it helps?
not yet.
No.
But it tastes good, right?
Yep. Yep.
I love the honesty. No.
I've
No.
heard that because I think it has the same idea as collecting, the goldenrod, which is what causes it. It's the
Yeah.
big yellow flowers. So either you make tinctures out of the goldenrod, or if you eat the honey, it's kind of the same idea, right? So you're ingesting the same stuff that you hopefully your body will get used to it, I guess.
But I don't see our bees on the hay at all.
Well, you know what you're doing wrong is you're supposed to take your head in the hay and go.
And
That's
film
why
that
you're
if you
not
do
killed.
it. Be sure and film it.
Oh man.
That
Oh,
was all
dear.
kinds of wrong.
I did that for Alicia. We have a history of inappropriate lives. Oh man. You guys won live, or actually I think that was on Lisa Yogi Hollows Farms live. There was like 5 of us girls on there, and it went so south so fast. and it was fantastic, but it was so south so fast. It was anyway. Bye,
Green
Anita.
Acres
Take care of yourself.
Eat local honey. So
Eat local honey. Don't motorboat the hay.
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Nobody, us Canadians are polite, but we're a little bit.
Yep. Yeah.
But you
I'm gonna-
appreciate us for it. So,
I'm gonna jump into bed, and Bridget's gonna be like, "What the?"
Not when I'm drinking. I'm gonna get.
But they said it would help my
pneumonia.
allergies.
But they said. She's like, get
Jeez.
away from me.
Exactly.
Oh man. Well, at least my lives are fun, you guys. So there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Hey,
Yeah, it's a good
motorboat.
time.
Alicia's laughing. Oh man, this was fun, you guys. I have got to put the kids to bed. I have a little one that needs some an extended bedtime with mom, so I'm gonna
Sure.
start doing that routine. But boy, was this fun, you guys.
Yeah, it's a great time.
Oh, I
Yeah.
loved it.
And I haven't
Um,
met you before, Thornhaven Farm, but I'll go check you out.
Thanks so much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody check each other out because there's like some really ridiculously good channels on here right now.
Yeah, check each other out.
Check each other out. No.
And then if you feel like it,
motorboating.
do some motorboating.
No
Oh, man.
motorboating.
No, my
Okay,
wife's not going to
so-
go for that. So
We got to see how many times on each other's videos this week we can fit that into a comment. It's like
Yep.
Alicia's, mowing her lawn, and we'll be like, like it'll be our joke this week, you guys. Oh man! All right. Well,
Someone's mowing the
I-
lawn, someone's tossing the salad, someone's,
tossing the broccoli.
it's going
I
to be
have
hello from
birds.
Minnesota. You're motorboating.
Yeah.
Motorboat and meat birds. It's
Make sure you
nice.
make sure you leave everyone an inappropriate comment.
All right.
If there was any hope of any of us getting monetized, it's now gone because they're gonna drop us all. Drop says we gotta mow the lawn in a bikini. Well, you wanted more of me and Daniel, so I mean, I don't know. You pick what you want. Make it a
We want to see
clickbait video.
Daniel
Yeah.
mowing the lawn in a bikini.
I have so many comments I'm gonna keep to myself. Okay.
All right. We'll let you go.
I
Aaron.
hope you all
gonna
have
drop
a good week
You guys
ahead.
later.
Thank you so much for joining me, everybody, and hit the like on your way out if you haven't. Thank you.
Take care, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care. All right. Hitting the end button. See you later, guys.